called Law Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kodash. That's who this word really calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. This is Brother Anah from the Men of Israel Camp, coming with a quick video. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Shalom to all the sincere Akim pushing this word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to the sincere Aquaf that watch and believe. And big shout out to the elder whom I teach under, Brother Kazak of the Men of Israel Camp. I'm coming with a famine update video, and I'm gonna play a little bit of this video right here, and I'm gonna get into some scriptures shortly after. Just want you to basically just listen and see what is about to come, and what type of conversation they're having in the media about food shortages in the U.S., man, because a lot of people don't understand what's going on, man, and a lot of people are not going to understand when it hits on a grand scale. You got other countries out here that are less fortunate than America, so to speak, so they're feeling it more than us, but it's definitely coming to America, man. This is not just a United States problem, American problem, man. This is going to be on a global scale, man. It's going to be all nations be affected by this, man. And this is through the Lord, man. These are one of the plagues that the Lord is sending through the earth, man. Famine, man. And that's a horrible death, man. Starvation, man. That's one of the ways the Lord will punish the nations, and Israel, and judge the earth through one of those plagues, which is famine, man. But I'm gonna play a short bit of this, and then I'm getting to a few scriptures, man. And here we go.
Food prices in the U.S. soared to record heights in February 2022. Global food prices also followed suit, posting a 20.7% increase compared to last year.
Highest prices we've seen since probably for the last 10 years. Stock levels, lowest levels since, in some cases, 2007-8.
It's particularly severe because we are just coming out of a recovery from a 2.5 year pandemic that had severe implications on the price of goods and services as well as the price of commodities.
Coming right out of that kind of historic disturbance of the world, boom, we're hit with a really huge geopolitical event.
The war in Ukraine is putting a massive strain on the global food supply. The chief of UN World Food Program warned that a potential global food crisis might be on the horizon on a scale not seen since World War II.
Some estimates place the total caloric value of the food exports from the Ukraine and Russia around 12% of the globe's total calories.
If the Ukrainians can't plant right now and can't get their wheat in the ground, it does mean that the 2022 planting season will not yield much if they get some in, or the size harvest that the world is anticipating.
This is going to be another major test to the food supply system. And we will have to watch very carefully what's happening in other parts of the world and consider ways to reduce risks of food shortages and conflict. This is going to be very challenging.
So how exactly does the conflict in Ukraine pose a threat to the global food supply? And can anything be done to stop it? Russia and Ukraine are agricultural giants that provide a pivotal role in the global food supply. In 2021, Russia exported $37.3 billion worth of agricultural products to the rest of the world, while Ukraine exported more than $27 billion.
They've regained their role as one of the primary breadbaskets of the world. They're not only large in wheat, but also in things like corn, where they account for some 20-25% of corn exported in the world. Sunflower oil, where the two countries account for almost 75%. So a lot of nations depend on exports from those two countries.
But the Russian invasion has had a drastic impact on Ukraine's
You see, Russia and Ukraine are, like you said, they're one of the largest bread baskets for wheat and corn and other food agents that go into a lot of our food that we eat on a daily basis, man. You see, and this war in Ukraine, with Russia, it's affecting all the nations on a global scale, man. Because like he said, man, they're not able to plant right now. They're not able to go into wheat season, man. And they're one of the largest in the world. So a lot of our food is coming from over there, man. A lot of our stuff is coming from over there, man, as well as other countries. We may not be seeing it as hard as other countries right now, but we're definitely going to be seeing it, man. I think I got like a couple more seconds on this. Let me see.
Cultural exports. The country banned exports of several grains, sugar, salt, and meat in early March. The blockade of the country's port has also halted the shipment of existing grains. As a result, Ukrainian grain exports in March were 4 times less compared to the levels in February.
To ship 9% of the world's grains when you don't have a seaport is quite difficult. Now, there's some talk about shipping on trains or on land, but it's not a substitute for the massive kinds of shipping that was existing before.
There's also the...
See? You see? 9% of the world's grains come from Ukraine and Russia. That's a lot of our food. That's our rice. Basically our rice, our lentils, beans, stuff that we eat on a daily basis, man. Stuff that we eat on a weekly basis, man. All that is going to be affected by this war, man. And like she said, they were trying to find alternate ways to supply without a seaport, as far as getting the food over here by trains and trucks. But that's not gonna help, man. It's not gonna help. And I'm gonna show you why it's not gonna help. This is an article I came across today. It says, now they are warning us that shortages of diesel fuel and electricity are coming in the months ahead. And this is endtimeheadlines.org. They got an app. You can download this app, man. They constantly post articles to keep you up to date with a global scale of major events that happen that can affect the economy, you on a daily. They're on point, man. I'm gonna read a little bit of the article and I'm gonna get into the scriptures. It says, on top of everything else that is going wrong, shall we add diesel fuel shortage and a nationwide electricity shortage to the equation? I never imagined that I should be writing about such things in the middle of 2022, but here we are. I will discuss potential electricity shortage in a moment, but first I want people to understand how serious a widespread diesel shortage would be. Without diesel, our trains and trucks don't run. If they don't run, America's supply chains completely and utterly collapse. You see, the Lord is using these nations to cripple the necessities of things that we would have the normal luxury to on a daily basis by fulfilling His will, man. He's bringing this famine in by these major world events that are going on, man, around the world, man. You got this, 2.5 year pandemic we've been in the middle of, may I say pandemic, and then you got this war on Ukraine, which is gonna usher in World War III eventually. All these things are of the Lord, man, to usher in plagues, prophecies that are coming to pass. All these things are in the Lord's will, man. It says, so even a moderate shortage would be absolutely paralyzing for the U.S. economy. Unfortunately, supplies are rapidly dwindling, and we are being warned that a global diesel shortage that will shock people could begin as soon as next month. This is May, man. So they're saying in June. We are looking at a nightmare in the terms of global diesel shortage that will shock people starting in June. Diesel inventory on the East Coast is 18 million. About 3 days demand as of today. We will run down to sub 10 million, and I'm guessing that's 10 million gallons. 10 million gallons or tons. Let us hope that a way can be found to keep all of our trains and our trucks running. You gotta understand, we get a lot of our natural resources and a lot of our food from trucks and trains. So with the lack of diesel, fuel for these trains and these trucks to run, that's gonna cripple and slow down. Like I said, it's gonna paralyze. What did it say? It's gonna paralyze the U.S. economy, man, for supplies. It's gonna cripple us, man. So a lot of things that you're not gonna be able to go to the store and get the normal things that you are used to, man. And I've been experiencing that lately, man. I've been having to go to one or two of the same stores just to get certain shit. Excuse my French, but just to get certain things, man. Like, my daughter, she drinks these little vitamin waters from Target, man. And they haven't even been on the shelf in like a good two and a half weeks, man. I've been going to 2 different Targets for the past 2 weeks thinking it's gonna pop up. And it dawned on me when I started seeing these articles, like, of course, stay in a spiritual mindset, like, damn, this famine coming, man. Going to the store every month and on a weekly basis, you're starting to see less and less of certain products that you would normally buy for your household, man. So you gotta realize, like, hey, man, something's going on. People don't reverence these things. People don't consider these things. It says, but if an unprecedented supply crunch could be averted, everyone agrees that the price of diesel is going to be going way up. Of course, and that's that famine too, man. I mean, that's that inflation, Salakia. That's that inflation, hyperinflation. Regular gas is $4 where I'm at right now. And I'm down south. Man. I'm in South Carolina, so I can imagine how it is up north on the West Coast, man, for 87. And I don't even pump 87. I pump 93. It's damn near $5 a gallon for me. I put $45 in, and that barely give me half a tank, man. It give me a little bit over a half a tank, man. So to fill up, I'm at about $90, man. That's insane. But I understand. Hey, these are the things that the scriptures warned us of, man. This is the downfall of America. This is the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And we're seeing it, man. We're seeing it. We're blessed to see these things. It says diesel prices are surging, contributing to inflationary headwinds due to the fuel's vital role in the American and global economy. Tankers, trains, and trucks all run on diesel. The fuel is also used across industries, including farming, manufacturing, metals, and mining. See? And farming. A lot of these tractors use diesel fuel for farming, man. A lot of these mills that they have, these processing plants, man, that for these machines that they have, like all these are gonna affect these industries: farming, manufacturing, metals and mining. Metals and mining goes into the electricity, like he talked about. He said he was gonna get into in this article, but I'm not really gonna expound on the electricity part. I'm here to focus on the famine. But those metals and mining, a lot of that is used in electricity, like these little power boxes they have out here and stuff. Copper, all type of minerals, man. Diesel fuel is the fuel that powers the economy, said Patrick DeHaan, the head of petroleum analysts at Gas Buddy. Higher prices are certainly going to translate into more expensive goods. He said, since these higher fuel costs will be passed along to consumers, especially at the grocery store, the hardware store, anywhere you shop. Meanwhile, we are also being warned of potential electricity shortages in the United States in the months ahead, man. So, like I said, man, all this is gonna cripple the economy, man, and it's gonna have us in a bind. Well, have the world in a bind, because the elect is gonna be okay, man. I'ma get a few scriptures, man. Let me get Slacky. This is Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And how shall it speak? Through these prophecies, man. Through these words, man. Through the words of the Most High, that these things that he said they are coming to pass, they are coming to pass, and we're seeing them, man. So you people that are not taking heed, man. You know, you Israelites that are not taking heed, or don't have yourself right with the Lord, man, or don't know who Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is, man, you're done. You're going to be done in this time, man. Because if you don't have the spirit of the Lord and have the faith, spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, have the faith of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in this time that you're covered, man, and believing on him, man, you're not going to be okay in this time, man. It said, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And that's right, man. It's gonna come, man. It's gonna come. It's coming. It's here already. You know? Let me get another scripture right quick. I'm gonna get second Esdras. I'm going to the Apocrypha. Second Esdras 15 16, I think. I wanted 16 and 20. Started 18. No, 17. Second Esdras 16, 17. Woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? And that's right. You know, if you're not hip to who you are, you ain't come back to the Most High and the scriptures, man. The law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your knowledge and the best of your ability, and you're not praying to the Heavenly Father, the true names, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, Yahweh being the Father and Yahushua being the Son, who will you call upon to deliver you in those days, man? Jesus? Allah? Buddha? Man, those guys are not gonna save you, man. Those are no gods. Those are no gods, man. You know, but you know, like he said in the scriptures, Israel have changed their glory to those that are to them which are no gods. Roughly paraphrase. Matter of fact, let me just get it. I'm gonna go back to second. This is I think it's Jeremiah 2 and 10. No, not 10. 11. 2 and 11 said, "Have the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? My people have changed their glory for that which did not profit." And that's right, man. That those guys that you those guys and those religions that you believe on are not gonna they're not gonna deliver you in those days, man. The days of famine and pestilence and when all these plagues come about, man. They're not gonna deliver you, man. Let me get back to the scripture. Verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of famine and great death. And that's right, man. Sorrows and great mournings, man. This is going to be a time of lamentations, man. You know, you're going to see people starving. You're going to see people dying, man. Getting their heads knocked off, fighting over food, stores being rioted. Because all this is going to set off on a grand scale, man. On a grand scale, man. And we're seeing it now. We're seeing it happen, but we're not being affected by it so much yet, man. You know, slowly but surely, man. Like the scriptures say, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It says the beginning of wars, and we've seen that, you know, with Ukraine and Russia, you know, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Right, man, because the Lord's gonna have people out here ravishing and doing all types of wickedness, man. He's gonna have the spirit of the Lord is gonna be on these Edomites too, man. To destroy, man, with the sword, to ravage houses, to overthrow houses, you know. All this, man. All this is gonna happen, man. It says 19. Behold, famine and plague and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, man. Sent as scourges for amendment, man, meaning punishment, correction, judgment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? Because our people don't consider these things. They don't know the judgment of the Lord, man. You know? Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine. So the Lord is saying many of them on the earth shall perish of famine, man. You see? Perish. They're going to perish, man. And the other that escape the hunger shall be destroyed by shall the sword destroy, man. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. There shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down, man. And that's right, man. That's what we're seeing, man. That's what we're going to see, man. We're going to see all these things come to pass, man. You know? So, like I said, we're gonna be fine, man. We're gonna be fine in that day. The elect is gonna be all right, man. Lord willing, we're part of that number. He said that his servants shall eat. You know, the ones that follow him, man, the elect, you know, the 1/3 that are out here on the run or going through experiencing the beginning of the aftermath of the end, man. We're gonna be the ones that the Lord is gonna take care of, man. His true followers, man. You know. And let me get that scripture. Salakia. This is Isaiah 65 and 13. I'm gonna start at 12. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and you shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. You see? You know? Verse 13, therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed, man. You see? So this upcoming famine, we're prepared for it. The hopeful elect, you know, we're prepared for this, man. We're prepared mentally, spiritually, and you know, physically, man, for these things, man. We're gonna come into this thing head first with a heads up, understanding that the Lord warned us of these things, man. You know, he warned us of these things, and we're warning you. See? Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear at the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's right. That's what we do. We try to give Jake warning. Try to let him know his iniquities, his transgressions. Let him know to come back. But we know 2/3 of our people are not gonna hear these words, man. So who are we out there for, man? The ones that hear, man, and convert. You know, the one that hear and come back to their power, man. You know. But you know, that was just it. That was my quick video, man. Hopefully it was edifying. Shalom until next time. This is Brother Anah.